Welcome to Community Roundup, powered by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. This is the program we look at nonprofits, charitable organizations, and sports clubs, or in this case, sporting events that make Fort St. John and area such a remarkable and wonderful place to live. My name is Ed Hitchens, and as always, I am your host. And today we're talking about outdoor hockey. Cue that music. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. It's time for the annual Crystal Cup taking place at Charlie Lake later on this February, and we're joined by Neil Evans, and he is a co-founder and organizer of the event. Neil, thank you very much for the time. First and foremost, how you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me.
Okay, all right. So we know that outdoor hockey, especially in the last 20 or 25 years or so, has come, but a bit of a novelty act. We started out with the Cold War with the Michigan and Michigan State. Yep. It kind of evolved into a New Year's tradition with the Winter Classic, and we have the Heritage Classic, of course, up here in Canada with NHL teams. Is that something that you strive for in terms of atmosphere when you organize the Crystal Cup here?
That's a really good question. No one's ever asked it to me before. So when we first initiated this, many of the guys that organized the event grew up around here, and we've been playing pond hockey our whole lives, whether it's out on a backyard rink or out on a dugout and on the farm. And we just wanted to do something that not only we could enjoy, that the general public could also enjoy, and maybe people that can experience it or have never experienced it. So we took it upon ourselves to create this event and brought the community out. And I don't think we really strive for anything in particular, but we did get a lot of our ideas from the World Championships in Plaster Rock out in Eastern Canada there. And then also from the U.S. Pond Hockey Championships down in Minnesota. So a couple ideas from there. And I think right now we're very comfortable with the level of how large it is. And I don't know if we want to push it any further, honestly.
Okay, so when did the event start? Tell me about how it has become one of the go-to winter events on the Fort St. John area calendar. Just give me a little bit of that.
For sure, yeah. So everything starts on February 21st to the 23rd, the weekend after Family Day weekend. And festivities usually kick off around 5 p.m. on that Friday. It takes us about a week to set up the entire site. Quite a bit of effort, quite a bit of work, snow clearing, construction building, rink building. But once you're out there, there's lots of stuff to do. It's not just pond hockey. A lot of people think there's nothing for me out there. We have kids events. We have a lot of other groups that join us. Last year we had Northland Trailblazers Club, I believe it was, Skidoo Club. They came out with a show and shine. And over the years, we've had a lot of other things kind of show up. We also have a very large beer gardens on site, hosted by Mr. Mike's. That's awesome. So come out there if you'd like to have a beverage. Heated tents everywhere, public skating, kids skating, free of any pucks from flying everywhere. Lots of stuff to do, kind of in all areas. It's turned into a festival on its own.
Flying pucks outside, that's always a danger. But
absolutely.
Okay, so if people who have never seen pond hockey, and I'm speaking for myself, but there might be other people out there. Can you explain the differences between what you'll see at this tournament and what you might see on television when you watch outdoor games?
Yeah, for sure. So this is we're an independent entity, really, and you're going to see a lot of course, local individuals, guys, girls, women, kids of all ages. And the biggest thing that I notice out there is everyone's out there just having a blast, having a good time. Of course, the weather does dip very cold on occasion, but for the most part, everyone has a really enjoyable time over the entire weekend. And of course, there's some very competitive games along the way. Some people that treat it very seriously, and so they should. It's a competition. But for the most part, it's a really relaxed, easygoing feeling for the family to enjoy.
Okay, no goalies, right?
No goalies. No goalies. No goalie skates either.
All right, so people who have never come out to the event, I can speak to myself because it was my first winter up in Fort St. John last winter, and it was pretty cold, and I was like, I'm going to be staying at home. But people who have never come out to the event, tell me, what can people experience when they come out to the event?
I think they can experience very much a sense of community. I think that's honestly, that's what we strive for. We want to make sure that the entire community can come out and enjoy all of the festivities, whatever it may be, watching the hockey, maybe going for a little bit of a skate, enjoying the food vendors, anything. And yeah.
Okay, all right. So people might be interested in participating
Mhm.
in a non-hockey role, whether it be volunteer, vendor, what have you, how do they get in touch with you with regards to that?
Yep, for sure. So they can contact us anytime. We have a website, a really well designed website, thecrystalcup.ca, where they can find all of the information, everything from how to be a player, registration packages, sponsorship, how to become part of the event. We always appreciate and can't thank all of the sponsors enough. That's what truly makes this event happen. The committee, the volunteers, and of course the sponsors. Without the sponsors, we can't really go forward, obviously. So we're always so grateful. But everything is on the website, and any information that is kind of more in the moment, in the time, we have a Facebook group that we will post the majority of any new information, upcoming information. We'll post the teams once they're developed, the schedule, everything goes on there as well.
Okay, and that website once again is?
Thecrystalcup.ca.
Okay, so you mentioned it before, and I was talking about it. Volunteers. How many volunteers do you really need to put together an event like this? Because it's a pretty big
Just
event.
400 or 500. We're talking. I think we did a photo there. Was it last year before, and there was 20 or more of us lined up, and that was just the core group. Our committee is about 5 to 7 that organize and create the event. But when it comes down to constructing the event and organizing it during that week, we're looking at upwards of 50 people or more helping out. Companies, volunteers, everyone else, drop-offs, hot shotting to and from the lake. It gets wild. That whole week is an absolute chaos. But usually we absolutely love Friday. Puck drops, lights are on, and it's amazing.
I can imagine it being a chaotic scene as you build up to the event. Before I let you go, anything else you'd like to share? Sponsors, anybody? Just let us know.
Just another huge thank you, I think, to the volunteers, the sponsors, everyone that's come out for the last 14 years, minus the few years that we went on hiatus there. Not only that, but just the sponsors, once again, the companies and everyone that came out last year. It was remarkable. We broke some records with our sponsorship levels. We were voted the People's Choice Award for Best Sporting Event in the region. So thank you to the people of the region for St. John and beyond. We had teams from Alberta, Vancouver, all over the place.
Oh, wow.
It was wild. Yeah. So just huge thank you. And we look forward to having everyone out there again. And if anyone has any questions, hit up the website. Look up the contacts and send us some questions.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Once again, when does the event take place?
February 21st to 23rd. Charlie Lake, BC.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Neil, once again, thank you very much for the time. This has been Ed Hitchens with energeticcity.ca for the Community Roundup. And once again, the Community Roundup is brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And if you like what you see and you want some more content, click that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time.